Hello and a very warm welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle Hadad and today I'm continuing our conversation on intimate relationships. Last week we began exploring monogamy versus polyamory. I shared definitions, personal insights, and stories from my book The Secret Box Concave and Convex. Today we are going a step further. The relationships that don't last really count as a failure. And most importantly, what's your place with the relationship? If you missed the last episode, the link is now popping up in the corner. Feel free to check it out after this. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell, and then give this video a like. It really helps me continue share this conversation. Now, let's begin with something fundamental. There's no right or wrong way to love, only people with the choices. It's up to us to choose whom you want to share life with. I once had a client who told me, "But how can I know? People don't walk around wearing signs." She would be through many so-called failed relationships. That's the word she used. But here's how I say it. A relationship is never truly a failure, as long as you learn something from it and don't repeat the same mistakes. So what's the best thing you can do? Get to know yourself first. Understand the kind of a human being you are and what you genuinely want from a relationship. You don't have to conform to society's standards, but you do need to get clear in your head about your values. Learn to understand your body, your desires, your needs, not just sexually, but emotionally and spiritually. For example, many LGBT plus people struggling to embrace their identity in a world full of prejudice. Likewise, it's rarely thought it should be for a woman to open and say, "Yes, I have had multiple partners this week. I struggle with a sex addiction. I'm an nymphomaniac, and I want to have a relationship with you." It reminds me of a film Addicted, The Secret Life of Zoe, with the thoughts on this very dynamic. And of course, the same applies to men. But once you understand yourself, your real self, it becomes easier to connect with someone who resonates with your truth. And remember, you can switch branches. Polyamorous people often do well with others who are also poly. A poly-mono relationship is often disaster. Mono-mono, absolutely, that can work beautifully to share values. But there's a thing, mono and poly communication is often complicated. There can be misunderstanding, ego clash, and especially when the chemistry is strong, it might lead to explosive passion, but rarely last. Why? Let's break it down. Monogamous people, strengths. They are loyal to their ideals, emotional, romantic, faithful, value-driven, often traditional with spiritual, and usually decisive. Challenge may hold rigid beliefs, tend toward anxiety, obsession, or perfectionism. Polyamorous people, strange, rational, realistic, adventurous, confident, emotionally detached, intense with strong personalities. Challenge can lead toward selfishness, narcissism, or manipulation. Not always, but it happens. Let me be clear. Terms like narcissistic, obsession, neurotic, or perverse don't mean someone is broken. In psychoanalysis, we all carry these traits to the varying degrees. For Freud, for instance, neurosis is a part of every human personality, and in narcissism, present in all of us, especially in childhood. The word perverse originally comes from the French and refers to the absence of a symbolic father figure. Instead of thinking something is wrong with you, let's begin by reconnecting to the soul through the body. Yoga and meditation are brilliant tools to the self-center yourself. And of course, therapy, especially psychoanalysis, is essential for self-discovery. Whether you're mono or poly, your greatest task is to stay connected to yourself. A few years ago, I hosted a workshop called Mix and Match, all about how we make choices, not only in love, but in life. I leave the link description. It ties in beautifully with today's theme. And as Dr. Gabramate, a trauma and addiction specialist, says, we distract ourselves to escape our realities. Just like addictions, we become obsessive with the things, people, and experiences to avoid pain. We lie, not only to others, but to ourselves. And any behavior that gives us temporary relief or pleasure, but the long-term harm, is an addiction. We cannot run from the consequences. This pattern take over your mind. They often emerge in our relationships, especially when you haven't healed. This is exactly what happened with Maria, Kevin, Rita, the characters of The Secret Box, Concave and Convex. They lie down in a psychoanalytic couch and speak their truths in a confession room. So before you dive deeper into intimacy and commitment, ask yourself, what branch are you right now? Write a letter to your future self. Read it in 1, 2, or 5 years. See if what you believe today is still hold the truth. It's very, 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 very interesting. In the next week episode, I explore how different cultures experience love and relationships. It's very, very interesting. And you talk about more deeply and interesting about polyamory in the context of addiction, nymphomania, narcissism, and emotion manipulation. Also, I'm going to address monogamy through the lens of a culture, religion, and limiting beliefs. It's going to be very, very powerful. Don't miss it. Be sure to subscribe. If you're not to turn, it's the time now to turn on the bell and be notified as soon as it's live. If you like to book a session with me, the link is also in the description below, along the link of the books, The Secret Box, Concave and Convex, and The Secret Box, Find the Key. Yes, there's still time to use 20% discount. The code is NEWCOVER25, but only until the end of August, so don't miss out. Send the love no matter what branch you're on. It's your path, your timing, your truth. And see you next week. Thanks for watching.